Get some last time music. So last time on Dungeons and Dragons, we started at the Wolf Cave, and the group began asking it some questions in Sylvan. Who would like to tell me what they learned there?
We learned roughly that this wolf is some sort of portal into a different dimension that was full of different wolves, many of which had different abilities and sort of thematics. Um, we also learned that he he fought Uxarel before, or he was around then, something like that. I'd have to find my notes, but I don't know where they are. What else did we learn? We learned that
We knew that he knew of Lance. Didn't know him
Lyle,
personally,
yes,
and but does not know Uxarel. Knows of him, but doesn't know him.
Yes, correct.
and then we not doing notes as well as I used to.
We know that the Black Wolves came from him. He didn't see who put the rune down because all the runes appeared at once.
Mm.
Didn't know that the Lance personally, but knows that the hammer comes from him. Has lived in the forest for a long time. Also wants us to save Bitey, stop Uxarel from coming back. That's what Big Wolf makes Small Wolf.
Undeniable.
Does make small wolf. We gathered some more of his tears. We gathered some more mushrooms for some sort of for the elixir, which I think we have one of. Yes, I think
Yes.
we have
one elixir. Yes,
and then we have enough to make one more. I think. And then was there anything else that? Oh, and we got blessing of Great Wolf.
Yes.
He gave us his blessing. Yeah. So we each have blessing we can use later when we need it.
Which you were gonna give us like the full info on that.
Let's
right?
just
okay.
let's just say that that I
that you
didn't
did
think about it at all. Yeah.
Yeah, we will say that you did that.
Yeah.
And so yes, and then we went in search of the court of the microfauna to
We have two elixirs.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We have two.
Yes,
Right.
and then we went to the court of the microfauna to pursue this pair of gloves for Ophelia's sister patron. I don't know the relationship exactly there. For the the patron of a sister deity.
Yes.
And then we found a very pretty pond with sparkling lights and all sorts of things. And we brewed 2 teas that perhaps will let us, some of us, venture into this court and see what's going on. So, there you go. And Craig was very silent for like last half of journey. It was very strange.
Aye. Now, last we were doing, yes, the tea was just brewed. Ophelia and Seraphina were going to drink it and shrink down, leaving Zarin and Craig behind.
Yep.
Anyone
not
have any thoughts?
You want to unpause?
Because Craig wasn't here, so, of course,
Yeah.
if you would like to say something about everything that's happened, Craig, or ask a question.
I'm good.
Yes, so Craig, we decided that we could, well, we figured out that we could use the leaves from the trees to enhance this draft.
Poppy.
Well, yes,
Poppy
the
flowers. Tea.
yes, the tea. I was trying to say a word that I cannot say, even if I don't have an accent. So, um,
Draft.
Yeah, that.
It's because it doesn't look like it should say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
It doesn't work in that way.
Wrong.
Yeah. But we figured that we could use the leaves to enhance it and make it more potent. However, we did not want to use all of them that we had, and so we only used, I think, we left like half, I think.
We use 2. We still have 6 leaves, so we can potentially make another elixir.
Okay, that is our idea there, just in case. And so that leaves 2 people to venture into this court of microfauna, which would be Serafina and Ophelia. Is this okay with you, Craig?
That seems fine. Why is there a wolf beside me?
Oh yes. Also,
Oh, I need to make him bigger.
the wolf, he, our wolf friend in the cave sent a scout with us, and we were able to bind it as a familiar for a time.
Aye. Interesting. I missed all that. I thought we were still in the cave.
Change the 1-1 for the size, scale 2,
Okay.
and delete flurry.
Wait.
Size
What?
1-1, scale 2.
Oh, size 1-1, scale 2. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, that way it's the proper size. Or really, you could do
Uh-huh.
like a little bit smaller. So you could do like 0.9 or 1.9,
So it doesn't bleed over
1.8.
into another square.
Well, it's also just a smaller creature. So, no,
Wait.
we left the.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, just. Yeah,
I see.
fine.
Yeah. No, I understand what you were saying.
2 is for full size tokens.
Uh-huh.
There you go. You got it. No, Craig, we left the cave like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, some days ago.
Okay. What next?
Ophelia and I drink the tea, and we go into the microfauna.
Yeah, you start shrinking down. And luckily for you, despite it not being how magic works, your clothes shrink with you.
Question.
We don't have.
Are we the same size, or am I little and
Did
she's
you
micro?
drink as much as she did? Or did you drink like a proportional amount?
Can I drink a proportional amount so we can be the same
I mean,
height?
Do you want to be the same size? Yeah,
Yeah.
you could drink less for being you're already so little. There's less
Yeah.
shrinking for you to do. Yeah, there is a let's say there's like enough for like a half shrink left for somebody else to take, which may or may not be useful, who knows.
Man, it's gonna be like when Julia Roberts goes to like full size, and her and Robin can finally kiss.
It's cute.
Hook.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
It's my
Julia
jam,
Roberts is
yeah.
Tinkerbell.
No,
Yeah.
but when you even though you
There's a
both
really
actors'
awkward
real
scene.
names, when you said Robin, it confused the shit out of me because I just started thinking of fictional Robins, and I was like,
Or-
what?
Yeah.
You mean he had nipple armor on?
Yeah. It was Chris O'Donnell,
So yeah, we'll hold on to the half measure.
the adult child who worked at the family circus.
Talk about that, okay? I'm very upset that the only live-action Robin is that.
Is that? There's been
I mean,
lots
there's
of
obviously
cool
there's also
drawn
the Adam
Robins.
West. Yeah, there is the Adam West Robin. Blanking on the actor's name that plays Robin
Wait,
in that.
what
And
about
he's
the
great.
live action Teen Titans?
I haven't watched it, so I can't
Yeah.
give a.
He says, "Fuck Batman."
I know.
It
'Cause
made
he's
me laugh
edgy.
so hard. Yeah.
Because he's edgy.
I haven't actually
Poor
watched
Dick.
it either.
Poor Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Dick Grayson's my favorite Robin. Anyway.
Yeah, so as you're sort of following this this path of poppies, leading you like deeper and deeper into like this grove of hedges, you feel yourself shrinking and getting smaller and smaller until you're both about like 2.5 inches tall.
Oh.
And
hi.
even just the like the roots and like stems of the bushes around you now feel as massive as the trees once did. And as you're walking,
I do want to.
yeah, sorry.
I do want to say, because of little feet, that we drink this as close to the entrance as possible.
Of course, yeah.
Otherwise, by the time we reach the microphone, we may be full sexed again.
That would be funny.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you drink it like at the pond, and like Zarin just sort of like carries you in that direction.
Holding two little beans.
It is over here somewhere.
Not the accent I do.
Yeah, I know that
Not at
was
all.
clearly German.
That was so German.
I can't do that accent. That's how I know.
Oh my god. Oh shit. I was not prepared. I was looking down.
By the way, do we know like roughly how long the potion lasts?
It
Or
is.
No clue.
You
No
know
clue.
shit.
Cool.
I don't know shit. Seraphina does. At least one of us knows something.
In fact, as you're shrinking, you know that you're close to the entrance to this area because you look to your side and you see what looks to be a sort of like panicked 2-inch tall, like tiny little chipmunk running through the groves as if he is worried about something. Oh god, if I don't find that bag, I'm going to be in so much trouble. I'm going to be so trouble. They're gonna kill me. And you see him just sort of like running around, scampering, looking like everywhere he can. Oh, no vision. My bad.
Oh, we're going full Alice in Wonderland. I love it.
Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah, I'll show you a bigger image of him.
He fucking looks like Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks, and I love it.
I'm a big chipmunk fan, so when I was doing tiny creatures, I knew I was gonna make a chipmunk. What the hell? Show them the image. No.
Oh, look at him!
Cute little mans.
Wait, look
He
at
seems.
them. It is a he.
It is a he. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Hi. Are you?
He seems very distracted at first, and then like after you call a couple times, he does turn and look at you, and he just sort of like has this like giant wide-eyed stare at you, and it's like sort of like tilting away, like.
Ophelia does the same thing.
What are you looking for?
What? Who What are outsiders?
Yeah.
And he sort of like wanders up towards you slowly. Where did you come from? Why are you here? Did the king and queen hire you? Are you
There's a king and queen?
okay? So you
We're
don't know there's
hireable.
a king and queen, so they probably didn't hire you.
No, they didn't hire
Okay,
us. But we're looking for work.
Oh, well, I need help finding my bag. I can't really pay you, but I could use the help.
Where did you last see your bag?
I don't know. I buried it somewhere around here, and I can't remember where I put it.
That's fair. I've done that before too.
I've buried a lot of stuff out here.
A lot of stuff?
I mean, like I need something later, I bury it around in these hills.
And you can re-find it? Or are you missing a lot of
Sometimes.
stuff? Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, can
Feelia's
you help me?
gonna
The bag I'm looking for, it's just a brown bag. It's sort of tied up with a rope at the top. The rope is rope colored, and there should be 3 letters on the side of the bag, but I don't know what they are.
Looking for a brown bag with brown rope
Yeah, it'll be really lumpy.
in the earth.
Yes.
Ground.
Are you good at digging?
I don't know if it's called earth here. In the ground.
Are you good at digging?
Not necessarily my forte.
Are you good at finding?
Sometimes.
Look, I'm wasting time.
Did Ollie shrink down with us?
I think we decided yes. If you
Okay.
cast him away and resummon him,
And
that he would
resummon him?
summon at
Yeah.
small size. Yeah.
Okay. What's your name, little guy?
Rusty,
Rusty. Oh, that's so cute.
are you gonna help me or not?
Well, I'm trying to think of how I can help you. You haven't really given us much to go off of.
Well, look for places where I might have dug.
Seraphina just kind of gestures around to like that's this whole fucking area.
Ophelia's just looking off to the side over here, like kind of like John Travolta, like
Well, usually there's it's taller, like it's a little bump in the ground.
Can I look to see if I find a little bump in the ground?
Yeah, you can roll an investigation if you'd like to help him search around, or a nature.
They're the same. 14.
Ophelia, you may as well if you would like to.
Heyo.
Yes. So, you are definitely able to find some bumps in the ground. And as you're walking around, it's definitely not like the first one you find. You're walking around these hills. He's sort of like guiding you around to his favorite favorite hiding spots as you're helping him search. And you're digging through things. You're finding all sorts of like assorted barrels, bags, crates, things that he's just stowing underground and storing. Almost nothing that's like loose that you can just see what it is from looking at it. But as you finally come up on this last little hill over here, Ophelia, you spot like a little patch of like where the grass is a bit thinner, the ground feels a little bit softer, and you tell him to dig there.
What's so important about this bag?
And I need it for I'm planning a surprise party, and I need it for the surprise.
Who's the party for?
Lots of fancy people, so that's why they'll be so mad if I don't do it.
Why did you bury a bag if it's for fancy people?
I didn't need it yet. The things that aren't needed yet go in the ground.
I don't fully understand, but just keep digging.
And as you sort of guide him and he digs, you do see his claws are scratching and digging it out, and you see him uncovering this like large, or relatively large, burlap sack that has 1 second. Yeah, that has 3 letters on the side of it that are shit. What is that person's name?
Are they in common?
Oh, they wouldn't be, but they're in Sylvan, and you read that. Yeah. Yeah. You actually know that this is definitely like some sort of like trade. Like it's not like 3 letters that you recognize as anything specific. It seems more like a trade stamp of some kind. But like
Like
you
East
don't know
India
for
Trading Company?
yeah, but you're not really sure like what the company is.
Why was that the first thing that popped into my head?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Pirates.
wonder.
Yikes.
That's bad when even the boy knows.
I was trying to be gentle with it.
Anywho, is this the one you're looking for?
Oh my god, it is! It is! Thank you so much! Thank you so much! And as he's sort of like hugging the bag and throwing it over his shoulder, and he sort of looks at you and he goes, thanks for helping. Like I said, I can't pay you, but here, if you go to if you head down the road that way, you can find a tavern called Skip to My Brew, and just tell them that Rusty Nuts sent you. And he runs off.
Ophelia's just like, that was a lot in the 5 minutes that we've been here.
He had a lot of energy.
A lot of energy. Frightening, almost. But maybe we should go to... What was the name of the tavern?
Skip to My Loot?
Brew.
Maybe we should hit up this tavern. See what that's about. Maybe someone will know where the gloves are.
I'm never one to turn down a tavern.
He notably did not run off down the road toward the town. He ran off like into the brushes.
What's he doing?
He was cute, but he seemed shady.
Yeah. Like, I kind of want to follow him, but also, like, not.
Well, we've got a very limited time, so like it's either follow him or go to the tavern and see if anybody knows about anything about the gloves.
I think the tavern's the most successful
Yeah.
option. Yeah.
Plus, they might have some brews from the Feywild, especially if they have a king and a queen here in this court. I haven't had any Feywild brew in a while.
Mm-hmm. And, like, Seraphina, I want you to, like, realize that you're looking at Ophelia, who's just purple and green with big-ass hair, and she's covered in leaves. And she's your size right now. Just glowing at you.
You good?
She's like, yeah, sure, yeah. But, like, you can tell that, like, she's, like, delighted to, like, be looking at you. Yeah. Like, it's nice. Like, I don't think Ophelia likes to be big a lot, but she's like, it's like a mutual weirdness. Like, I'm weirding out with the gals.
If we get a second while we're like this, I'd kind of like to look at your wings. We don't really have the time right now, but you're always so small that I can't see the details, and I would love to study your wings.
Name a
I just
time
want to
and a
see.
place.
I just want to see the patterns while we're like the same size, because I could see the patterns better.
She flutters them, like, kind of like a peacock.
To the tavern?
What? What'd you say?
To the tavern?
To the tavern.
So you two head down the road he pointed you down. And as you're going down there, You actually are able to hear, but you can't quite see it, as you're hearing what appears to be some sort of woman's voice authoritatively stating, "In the name of the king and the queen, you are being arrested on suspicion of knowing about the princess's kidnapping. We are taking you in right away." And you hear a bit of a scuffle, but you don't really get a good view of anyone except for one woman in the distance that you believe to have been the one speaking. A very noble looking slug lady. You saw two men sort of dragging someone away a little bit in front of her, but it was just sort of like shadows. You couldn't even really make out what kind of critters they might be.
She was talking about the princess who has been kidnapped. Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I try and sneak closer to see?
They're very much on the way out.
Oh.
Yeah, and as you sort of continue down that road, unfortunately, you're never able to quite catch up to them. But you do find yourself coming, as you start to walk up, you see what appears to be a group of people. Even the ones that look like people are actually little animals. I just didn't feel like making that many little animals, and those people aren't important, and you shouldn't talk to them. But you see a group of people sort of like gathered around
these people.
This pristine, adorable little pond
so
with all of their houses sort of built into the earth and trees and branches around them.
My people.
I want to talk to the little moth.
And as you're walking up, you hear them talking. "We can't put up with this any longer. The king and queen have become ruthless. They have no proof who they're arresting." "Yeah, and they've been acting real weird ever since about a month ago anyway, even before the princess got kidnapped." And you hear them all sort of like, rabbling and arguing about what they should do, what needs to happen, but it seems like things are not going great at the moment.
Are they talking in Sylvan or in Common?
Sylvan.
So Ophelia, you can't speak Sylvan, can you?
Can I?
Yeah, she is a fairy.
She is? Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that she could. Yep. Okay, I was like, God, did I have to translate this entire trip?
They're complaining about taxes.
King and Queen ruthless.
So do you wander up to them?
Yeah.
Similarly, they all like sort of turn
quietly, like not quietly, trying to seem like trying to seem unimposing, like just like not rushing forward, but like a leisurely stroll.
Ophelia's not doing anything extra, but also she's like very aware that she looks like a weirdo and she's not hiding anything.
You look more like them than Seraphina does. You have butterfly wings.
Yay, that's exciting. Yeah, she's not doing.
I'm
she's
just
like,
a fucking half elf.
So yeah, you get pretty close to them. They're still rabbling, talking. Are you just gonna listen? Do you want to say something?
I just want to listen for a second.
They seem pretty distracted. Yeah. So as you listen more and more, you hear them talking about how recently, about 2 weeks ago, it was sort of figured out by the commoners. Actually, it wasn't announced by the king and queen that the princess had gone missing. And even about 2 weeks before that, they had sort of noticed that like the king and queen and the king and queen's friends had all started sort of like acting weird and erratic from time to time. And that they're just very concerned that there's some sort of sickness going around and that things are going to get even worse for them because, they're just humble little villagers. They're farming their grass and they're running their little shops and pubs, but there's not a huge commerce market down here in the core of the microfauna. And as they're sort of talking and complaining, one of them, the mouse, actually turns and looks at you. And you can see from the look on his face, he is
so
he's very scared and worried when he sees you two.
Is he in this little cute ass sweater?
Yeah, outsiders! And everyone just sort of like looks and turns like, outsiders!
We come in peace. We come in peace.
And they all dash off very fast into their little homes.
Wait, we want to help.
Ignoring your calls for wanting to help.
Well, that went better than I was initially thinking it would.
Oh, they ran away from us.
But they didn't attack us, so I consider that a win.
I mean, I guess you have a fair point, but like, I forgot how tricky things could be. Whose house should we knock on?
Ophelia, without answering, Seraphine is gonna go to the green first little hobbit door and just start like knocking.
Guess we're knocking on that one. Okay.
Yes, you did see a squirrel run into this door. And as you're knocking, he goes, Who are you? What are you doing here? We don't see people like you around here. Are you gonna kill us?
No, I have lost something and I'm looking for it. But now I'm interested in what's going on here. If you want to talk.
What is? Make a persuasion check, or roll. I don't know. I saw skulls on your clothes. You probably want to turn me into a skull and wear it.
No, I just really like Gothic decorations or whatever.
What's Gothic?
It's. How do I explain Gothic?
I know she seems like walking death. And Gothic is like it's kind of her thing in the sense that it's like, it's a little bit of the darker things, but she's not dark. Don't say anything. She's not dark. She just likes the aesthetic. It just, it fits her vibe. But really, she and I are both very sweet. And we want to help.
In the back with like her knee popped out.
I like her wings.
They are very pretty, aren't
perception, Seraphina. Or persuasion, not perception.
A persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go talk to Mr. Hoots. He's sort of he's sort of the leader of the group. She sort of says through the door.
Thank you for your time. Head off that way.
Yep.
Oh, right. We should probably put you guys on there so that you can move around. Bloop.
Oh. Is Mr. Hoots inside his house, or?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
And
gonna knock on his door. Excuse me, Mr. Hoots.
And you see like a little like door window open and like this big owl eye look through it. He's like, Who are you two?
My name's Seraphina, and that's Ophelia, and this is Ollie. Ollie's just flying next to me already.
He's cute.
He is. He's my baby boy.
How'd you find us? We don't want any
So
trouble.
we're not here for trouble. We found you because my friend Ophelia, she misplaced some gloves, and someone said that they had seen them in this area. So they pointed us, that's how we found you. They pointed us to this area. And we're just trying to find these gloves. But we also
Um,
couldn't help but overhear that you seem to be having some difficulties in your kingdom.
yeah, it's a concern right now. The king and the queen have been behaving real weird, and I don't know. There's something going around.
And this and did I
We
hear
haven't.
something
Sorry, God.
about the princess missing too?
Uh, yeah, we haven't even seen either of them since she went missing. Just Lady Mucosa.
Who's that?
She's like their spoke.
Ad-
Well,
advisor?
I guess, yeah, advisor, like public speaker person.
What does she look like?
She has long stalks with eyes on top, kind of a slimy big body, very fancy and put together.
Fancy hat?
Always wearing fancy hats.
Yep.
Don't get on her bad side. She's always got candy for people, giving them sweets and buttering them up, but don't get on her bad side.
Ophelia, whatever you do, don't take any of the candy.
It's crazy because I just pulled out. I was like, oh.
Hey, anyway, how'd you shrink down this small? I ain't seen peoples like you down here before.
Well, we have two friends outside, and one of them helped us make this like tea from some leaves that we had found and some from poppy flowers that are right outside of the microfauna.
Poppy flowers. You stay there. And you see him like, you hear like his claws like clattering and these like owl steps going over somewhere. And you hear like his feathers sort of ruffling and looking through stuff. And as he comes back to the doorway, you see he's sort of like looking at a book. Yeah. Did did some elves that follow a nature lady tell you how to get here?
I don't
I
think
can't
Can't
hear
hear you.
Ophelia.
Sorry. I said, no, we found a recipe.
no, he said how to get here.
Yeah, the
Oh.
directions.
The directions were described in the same recipe book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which was found in the tower. So, kind of.
I mean, maybe we found a book.
Okay, that makes more sense because according to our notes, all them elves is dead. So it couldn't have been them who told you.
So you've had communications with the world outside of here,
Oh, we saw them snooping around before. It's in the notes.
but you didn't interact with them at all.
Let 1 second. Let me see. And like, roll a perception for me, you two.
Shit.
Now that you're asking him like questions about this stuff, he does seem almost like he's distracted from his fear. Sort of like just like likes looking things up. And as you sort of like look through the porthole, as he sort of like goes off, you see that like he has like this like sort of like hallway that's just like full of books.
I think he and Zarin might get along.
They seem like
And
they're the
he comes back
same
here,
type.
and he sort of hops
The
back
bookish
with some
sorts.
books and clattering off. And he goes, it says here that they tried to shrink down using the poppies. I can't keep the voice consistent at all. That they tried to shrink down chewing the poppies, and they just couldn't get small enough, and we never had to worry about them.
Interesting that they never thought to try the leaves. If they knew about the leaves, and if they knew about the poppies.
But it does say in the book from before this that the last time people that looks like y'all's was down here, they started setting everything on fire. That's
Oh,
the
we have no
main note
intention.
is that
No
y'all people loves fire.
No.
We have no intention of doing that. No.
All right,
I am not a fan of fire.
Okay, well I was gonna have to set that as a ground rule. No
It's a good
fire.
ground rule. It's a good
Okay.
ground rule.
Okay. And he closes the porthole, and he sort of opens the door, and like stands in front of it, and I'll do the full image for him. Where is he?
Oh.
Hello. Hoots McPellet Poop of the McPellet Poop family. We're the historians of our little town.
Nice
What
to
are
meet you.
who are you?
I'm Serafina. I don't have a last
Serafina?
name.
No last name. And what
My name is
I mean, I can tell you're a fairy. Fairy. Name
She goes,
is
I'm Ophelia Foxglove. And she
Yeah.
like stomps her feet. She's excited. Like,
Oh, that's a lovely name. That's a lovely name.
your
And
name
Miss
is lovely.
Serafina, are you look kind of like an elf? Are you one of them elves?
I'm half elf.
Half elf. What's the other half?
Human.
Human. Okay, okay. Those are the fire starters, if I remember correctly from the book.
Well, it's a good thing I'm only half that then.
Okay, that's good. That's good. You only got half the fire. I get it. Can't even start a whole fire.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Your accent is. Ooh.
I heard it.
It's going from Rhett and Link to like Bubba Gump.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
I can't do it.
It's
I
not.
can't
It's
tell
not.
what's going
It's
on.
not him switching.
No, it's you.
causing me. It's causing me to code switch. Essentially.
Oh, I see.
I'm loving it.
I
That's
heard
so
it right
funny.
there, and I was like, "Oh no."
And the reason for that is, and I make this joke, I work at Cracker Barrel, the white people store, the Southern country store. As my shift goes on, I get progressively more Southern.
That's funny.
So, like, hearing, and it's because of how many Southern people I have come through. So hearing you do it, I'm having to think so hard on Serafina's voice.
It's funny because like I end up doing Southern accents a lot because it is sort of it sounds wrong to say, but it's sort of like a lazy accent. Like it's like relaxed and easy to do. And like so it's you don't have to think as much about doing it.
Yeah. So you don't get many visitors here?
Oh no, that's really isn't. I mean, again, the set fire. That was
Right.
about 1,200 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, lots of McPellet poops in that time.
Not so much anymore.
Well, I hope to have some kids of mine one day, but tough in this kingdom.
One owl.
Even though that was so long ago,
That is always the funniest thing about animal fantasy world. Is like, how are they having babies? There's not enough of them.
Who they fucking like?
Yeah.
Does an owl and a moth make a squirrel? I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is. It's just that any two of them have sex, it makes us something else.
It's like Pokemon. As long as they're in the same egg group, they can breed.
Yeah.
And then you get the Ditto that just can, be the town bicycle, and you can make anything you want.
Yeah.
See,
That's
this
the
joke
moth,
makes a lot more
Would
sense
that
if you
be-
know how Pokemon works.
Would a Ditto be a druid in this sense?
Probably.
I mean, they do shapeshift.
Yeah.
Because he's saying the town bicycle to help them reproduce.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Wholesome in general. I'm saying druids can shapeshift into animals and help the reproduction.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I know Loki can. Well, he can be the girl at least.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, he has. Isn't he a father to son?
He's a father to some, but he gave birth to
He's
Sleipnir,
Uh-huh.
Fenrir, and Jormungandr. So he's 3 times mama.
But I believe he's father to. I believe he's father to Hel.
Yeah, and he's father to his twin sons with Sigyn.
Yeah, so he's got 3. So he's father on 3 and mother on 3.
Turned himself into a horse and had sex with a giant horse so he couldn't finish a wall.
I just know
That's
that story
actually
with
one of my-
guys. I have an idea.
One of my favorite
I can
Loki
fix
stories,
this.
though. Well, he had to fix it because he caused the fuck up. Like, the other gods were going to be pissed with him. Because if the guy finished, he had to marry. There was someone that the guy had the rights to marry, and she didn't want
Freya.
to do it. Yeah, it was Freya.
Yeah.
And so Loki was like, "I'll fix it. I'll go fuck the horse." So I know that the fire was a long time ago, but do you know if there was a reason for the fire?
They liked fire is what it says here in the notes.
They liked fire. Okay.
Yeah, do you like fire? It's one of the
I
check
mean-
boxes, actually. We gotta ask. I forgot.
When I'm cold,
When you're
Yeah,
cold.
like
Okay, that's
I like
okay.
it when I'm cold and like to
Okay.
cook my food.
Okay.
But other than that, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of fire.
Okay. Those is reasonable answers. Well, we had one more
Do you have
question.
it by any chance?
Huh?
Oh, you got a question?
Yeah, we had one more question on the form. What is your reason for visiting? I think you said something about gloves.
Yeah. My friend Ophelia misplaced some. Shut up, Ricky. My friend Ophelia misplaced some gloves, and like I said, we found a book that told us how to get here, but we were told by another person that the gloves would be here.
Okay. And what do they look like?
Serafina looks to Ophelia.
They have
Describe
stars.
them.
They have stars. In like a constellation, I believe.
Stars, constellation. Gosh, I don't know much about the stars and the constellations. You might want to talk to Miss Berta.
Which one is she?
Miss Berta, she lives up at the top of the hill.
Top of the hill.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
McNeil.
Those sound like nice gloves. I guess they're special, but like, wouldn't they be? How big were you before you came down here?
Ophelia
Wouldn't they
just
just
goes,
be big gloves? Oh, you wasn't that big. Okay, but so they'd still be pretty little gloves, but
Yeah,
like big for
well-
us. Like maybe someone turned them into like a blanket or something. You should look at people's blankets if they got ones that's the right color.
I don't think they'd be turned into blankets. Hopefully.
Seems like a big glove.
I mean, if it's small, it may maybe like a bed. Like they just like go like it's like a bedroll. Like that's like and then they go in and they got the laying on the bed and then they got the
And
blanket
they
over
can see
them, but the
the
blanket's really
stars
just
and
a
the
glove.
consonants.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. If you need any more directions or helps, you can ask me.
Thank
Which
you.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
Two questions. Which way to I wrote it down. Skip to my brew.
Skip to my. What's a skip to my brew?
We were told it was a tavern, like a place to get drinks.
Oh, yeah. I know that place. If you just go down a little bit more, it's in between sort of our little town and the road to the sort of the nicer area.
And then it's the nicer area where like close to like where the king and the queen are.
Yeah, that's where them and their fancy folk friends stay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And he sort of like closes his door.
All right, so Berta.
Berta.
Ophelia knocks on the door. Hello?
Hello? Who is it?
My name's Ophelia. I was told you could help us.
Who told you that? What would it even be with?
Some constellations on a glove. Is it Mr. McPellet Poop?
Oh,
Mr. Hoots.
Mr.
Oh,
Hoot.
if Mr. Hoot suggested it, you're probably okay. I have a question first, though.
Yes.
Are you part human?
No.
How do you feel about fire?
Only to eat food or when I'm cold is it acceptable?
Okay. And what about your friend?
About fire, she feels the same thing.
Okay. Part human?
I honestly don't know. I just know that she's half elf. Not
Okay.
half. Yeah, half elf.
Miss, what's the other half?
Human.
Okay. And what did you? Okay, so you want to know about constellations on gloves?
Yeah,
Constellations are in the sky.
well, I'm looking for a pair of gloves that have like a constellation on them. They're
gosh.
like, yeah.
Roll a d20. What color are they?
Black. Black, yeah.
Black with constellations stitched on them. That's That does seem like they would stand out. Let me think. You know what? I have seen them recently.
Oh?
Yes. Lady Mucosa has a pair of gloves like that.
Where would I find her?
Probably at the castle.
Yeah, and I hear she's not very nice, right?
I mean, she can be. She always has sweets. Just, don't break any rules and you won't get on her bad side. Don't.
What are her
Oh,
rules?
Oh, gosh. I mean, it's going to be pretty tough for you too.
What does that mean?
Well, I mean, you're outsiders.
Am I outsider really? And I
You're
flap my wings.
You're less of an outsider, but you're still an outsider.
I think I'm exotic. Thank you.
But she's gonna find that pretty suspicious. Just with she's sort of leading the investigation into finding what happened to the princess.
Do we think she's close to figuring it out, or is she just?
I hope so. She's arrested like 3 of our partners.
Oh. That's not great.
No, in fact, that's why we were gathering at the pond earlier. There's something we need to do about it, but it's very hard to gain an audience with the king and the queen. But I was gonna try and fly in, but that's usually a bad idea. But that was something we were thinking about. Mr. Hoots was gonna fly in, but he's despite being a very quiet flyer, he's always talking. He's not the he wouldn't be good at it.
He would be. We have a
Healthy, you
great
would say.
friend in mind for him.
Yeah, he would get along with one of our friends pretty well.
I think I have a voice for him set in now.
How far of a journey is it to where the castle is?
Oh, it's not that far.
Like a couple minutes?
I mean, it'll take you probably at least maybe an hour, but it's not that far.
We should probably start heading that way.
That sounds like a great idea.
Is there anything else that we should know before we head that way?
Let me think. Roll a. Let's see. I'm gonna say it's like persuasion, but really it's just a like friendliness / social. So I'm just gonna do a straight charisma, actually. Yeah, just roll a charisma roll for me, Seraphina. You see, like, yeah, she like is looking at your face. You look genuinely concerned. You seem like you want to help her. Mr. Hoots even sent you up here. She's like, you should talk to Mothimer and Squeaks. I know that they were coming up with a plan to get in, but I don't think it's going to work. But you should definitely talk to them.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Ophelia, the mouse or the moth?
Think
Give
the
me 1
mouse.
second.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have said if you two still want to talk to each other, that's fine. I'll still be able to hear you. But I needed just like 2 minutes to do something. I guess if everyone wants to get up for 5 minutes, that would be fine. I have to do something real quick.
Mr. May.
Oh, Jesus.
Get up here.
Sorry, you boys are just sitting here.
No, you're fine.
Just listening, resting. I got Fiona to keep me company too.
There he goes after his sister. because he just wants to cuddle with her.
You share?
She just turned off her video is all. She's still in the game. Oh, we did.
Told you.
Maybe
Yeah, her whole box went away.
Yeah, it still showed her logged in though. Maybe her power went out.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. What the hell?
Yeah, I think it's
What's
possible her power
Discord?
went out.
Oh, yeah. Even then, that might. It's yeah. It's all I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, why did she drop from the Discord call?
Uh-huh. Also, don't worry, I have stuff for the boys.
Yay. I just messaged her. I don't know if anybody else did, but
I mean, I figure she'll post in Discord if
yeah.
you know. Not like because she's on her phone Discord now.
I'm like falling asleep.
You've had an exciting day, and you haven't done anything this time to keep you like, moving and energized.
Yeah. I'm like, I guess emotionally, like mentally drained pretty heavy.
Uh-huh.
I was just fuming so much today.
Oh shit.
Power. Jeff's power was flickering too. It's weird that mine wasn't.
Mine wanted to flicker. Like I saw
Yeah.
it like almost like drop, but
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, yeah, it looks the wrong color outside now that I look out the window over there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like yellow. It's like
Yeah.
the
Oh
color of
wow.
the yeah.
What? What?
Let me go look outside real quick.
John, is
Yeah.
that your window I can see in the web?
Yeah.
Damn.
And honestly, I go outside, it looks great. My neighborhood is full of trees. It's beautiful. I step outside and just see a whole bunch of different trees. It's wonderful.
yeah, it's like dark as fuck here.
Hear me?
Okay. Oh, hear you? Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I had like 3 power bumps back to back. My internet would like just get like everything would shut off and then my internet would just be good again and then I got another power bump.
Mm.
And I don't know why.
I don't know much.
Like if I was in California, I would know why. But
Why?
they do power bumps and rolling blackouts there semi regularly to
Ah,
help with how to not lock down the power grid
I see.
during the summers especially. So like that honestly, even though I haven't lived in California in almost 2 decades, that was my immediate thought was, "Oh, rolling blackout." And then I was like, "Wait, I'm in the wrong state."
I see. I got a Ninja Creamy. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, nice. Jealous.
Uh-huh. Alrighty. So you decided to go talk to the mouse first?
The moth.
Mom,
I was
okay.
thinking the moth. We were deciding on that. I
I
thought the
thought
moth
you
was
said
too scared.
I thought you said mouse, so that's why I moved over there. But yeah, the moth.
Okay. As you knock on the door, and he sort of, hello. I've seen you walking around here. And he sort of like creaks the door open slowly and looks out of it.
How are
I
you
heard
doing
you
today?
talking to. Well, we were going to um see if we could figure out a way to maybe find the princess or get the king and the queen to stop arresting people randomly. It seems like, but it's hard to get in touch with them. But it sounded like you're trying to find a way to help.
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
that's yep. We are helpers. That is what we do.
Um. Well.
Terrible name.
Huh?
Sorry, I was talking to myself. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about that. I talk to myself all the time. One time, Patrick and Baker, two of our friends, you of course know Baker, we're trying to do a podcast, and we each were involved, of course, recording our individual audio and sent it to Patrick. And Patrick like saw my audio file and messaged me. He's like, "You just make noises the whole time. There's no way I could ever edit this. You even when like nothing's going on, you're just making noises or talking to your cats. Like the."
Why is it so
Um,
fucking weird
My bad.
outside?
Storm,
I mean,
pressure, weather.
like it's dark and blue outside at my house, bro.
Well, in one direction it's like blue, and the other direction it's like what?
Maybe there's a
And in
nuclear
one
attack.
direction, it's all British and shit.
Yeah.
some Irish too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why do I know that?
Isn't Louis Welsh?
Louis is Welsh and Niall is Irish. Why do
Yep.
I know that?
I was a directioner, but
I was not.
What? Why do you want to help us?
Well, like I said, it's kind of what we do. We help people.
and
Oh,
also I want to get my gloves back.
That too.
Gloves. Okay, gloves.
I just
that
didn't
makes
want it.
sense. They must
I
be
just
very
didn't want to
special.
sound selfish.
Well, that's me. But helping you means we can also get the gloves. So it's a fair partnership, I think. And also, your life is a little hard and I would like to help out with that. So yes, I am a helper. But also, I like the benefit.
That's good. We tell stories around the ponds of people that go around helping. I didn't know they really existed.
Dad,
Sounds so nice.
Yeah, that's what a lot of adventurers do.
Adventure. That's what we call them too.
That's what they are, aren't they?
I guess. Here, let's go get Squeaks. He'd love to meet you guys. It's now if he can find out you're adventurers.
Okay.
yeah.
And he kind of comes out and he knocks on Squeaks's door. And out of a side window, you see this terrified little mouse face still again. Mothermer, what are you doing? Those are outsiders.
It's okay. We're not
You
gonna
shouldn't be
hurt
hanging
you.
out with them. You can see the fire in their eyes. And he sort
I
of,
look
like,
at
sniffing
Serafina.
around. He's trying to
Like-
look at you through different windows.
I look
Like-
at Serafina like, where's the fire?
That's just how passionate I am about adventuring
and helping.
and being adventurers.
If you're adventurers, tell a story about an adventure you did. Talk about who you help. Maybe then I'll believe you.
I helped a kid get out of slavery.
Well, what's the story?
They were trapped by an evil elf in the Feywild, and they had to steal things for this elf, and the elf made them live in the dungeon underneath, and they barely got any food, and they had to steal, and if they didn't steal anything good, then they got no food, and they were forced to clean. And one day the child was able to escape because of my help, and they don't have to worry about that evil elf coming after them anymore.
How did you help them? Was the escape exciting?
Not as exciting as you would think, because we had to be really stealthy about it. And we had to stick to the shadows and wait until people weren't looking.
Did you almost get caught?
A couple of times, because you see my friend over there with the furry wings, the orange one?
Yeah.
He sometimes didn't understand what stealth meant. He was still learning and liked to be really close to me. So there was a couple of times that we were almost caught, but we were able. I threw a rock in another direction, was able to distract the person so we could run.
That's a good plan. I'm just really good at being really quiet.
That's very important to being stealthy.
And what about your friend? There's a skull on her book, on her holy book. Is she? How does she help people?
She helps heal people when they're hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, that with a skull?
It's kind of like when people wear plague mask. It wards off death.
It's to remind
What's
her
a plague
of
mask?
the skull.
When
Reminds her of what will happen when she doesn't heal.
Even better.
Oh, okay.
I got you, boo.
Well, do you have a story?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can tell you about how we saved a big dog and then he gave us a little dog.
What? Yeah, that what happened?
So forgive me how I'm going to narrate this. I just feel this in my soul, okay? So, we found a big wolf. Lots of heads, inky black stuff, corruption, gross, yucky, right? So me and my homeboys, we get together. We get some leaves. We get some mushrooms.
The
We
boys
get
from
other
your home?
ingredients. Yeah, like from
Okay. So
outside, you know?
is it more than just you two? And you all
Yes.
live together?
I don't know if
In one
live is the
house?
correct word as much as we cohabitate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And we
it's
don't
kind of
really
like
have a house. We just travel the road and go
yeah,
on adventures.
yeah. That's half of the
Oh.
adventure.
Okay. So
Yeah,
big
right?
black inky wolf.
Yeah. And all of us got together, we put it all in a bowl, we mixed it up. Really
The
nice,
wolf?
right? No, not the wolf.
Oh.
Potion stuff. And we made a potion. And then we gave it to the wolf.
Because you're a healer lady, so you know how to make the potion.
Yes.
Make a deception check.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming at some point.
You just want to see how far big of a hole you were digging yourself into.
Yeah. Oh. With no bonus too.
Yeah, you pass. Wow. That's
Yeah.
good. Maybe you can figure out how to what's wrong with the nobles because they're acting weird.
Like what kind of weird?
Like 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 the king's already a sad guy, but now he's even sadder. And then the queen was always angry, but now she's even angrier. And and Mr. Croker was always kind of like bossy, but now he's even bossier. And those are the only ones I know about.
Okay, so everybody's just a worse version of themselves.
Uh yeah.
Okay, how is this been going on as long as the princess has been gone?
No, longer, like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
How long has the
Interesting.
princess been gone?
Just also 2 weeks. This
So
was
as
2
long as
weeks
the
longer than
princess
yeah. So 4 weeks for the weird and 2 weeks for the princess.
princess missing.
Do they seem sick?
Somebody was saying that when they were acting real crazy, it almost looked like when they moved, there was like a shadow that moved with them for a second, but it just went away, and maybe their eyes were playing tricks on them.
Oh, that sounds creepy.
Yeah, it's bad. So I've been calling
Yeah.
it shadow sickness.
Oh, that's
I
a
think
pretty
it
sick
sounds
name.
pretty cool. Yeah, that's what I'm writing for the story I'm telling.
Oh, you're writing a story?
Well, yeah, we share stories around the pond, and I like to write hero stories.
Oh, so that's why you love adventures.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect. I love that.
I usually don't do people with healing stuff in the story, so I'll make sure to put in that.
That's so nice.
Mothamar was saying that you guys. No, not Mothamar. Berta?
No, mom. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Berta. Yeah.
Berta was saying that you guys might have an idea of how to get close to the royals.
Yeah. They kind of turn to you guys, and Mother's like, uh, oh yeah. Uh, it's actually sort of something we might be able to take advantage of because Mr. Croker's going crazier. There's like an old rule where you can participate in like a contest to get a face to face with the king and queen, and we were going to try and get people together and get the contest started so we could do it.
What's the contest?
I don't know exactly. It hasn't been done in a long time because they just kind of they've been talking to people up until recently. But it says a contest of Mr. Croker's designs.
Who is
Or not
Mr.
Mr.
Croker?
Croker's. It refers to his position. Mr. Croker is the financial advisor to the king and queen.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
You want to touch his
Ophelia's just
balls?
like, mhm.
No, that was money and gloves.
Mhm. Ophelia's just like, I get
You
you.
got me.
I get you. Yep. Mhm. Mhm.
How many people are needed for the contest?
It's just a 5-person contest, but people are real scared.
Because of the
Well, he
way
gets
the
real
royalties.
erratic. Yeah, exactly. And
Did
it
he
hasn't been
get?
done in a long time. They're just kind of worried.
Did
We're
he
not
get
a real
erratic?
brave people around here.
It. Whatever I was gonna say, I just lost.
But I was gonna go. I was trying to get Squeaks to come, but he's not that brave.
You were gonna enter this contest.
Yeah. You know what they say, just keep floating towards that light in the sky.
Yeah. That is
Yeah, that is what they say. But you need 5 people. That would only be 3 if it was us.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd be able to find some people at the tavern, maybe. Or maybe Miss Squirrella or Miss Berta. They're both pretty athletic. Mr. Hoots isn't going to be helpful.
No, I don't think he
No.
is. He's the book type.
Yeah, but we don't actually know what the contest is going to be. Maybe it's books.
Maybe it is books.
Maybe
Books
it's
and money
being
rarely go
really
together.
scared of stuff. I don't know how that would be a contest, but Squeaks would win it.
We all have our talents. That is true. I mean, we could look at the tavern. I know that you don't get many outsiders, but do any of you know how to of a way to shrink people down to be smaller?
No, we don't really know any things like that. That's maybe the nobles would. I've heard that they can do magic, but I've never even seen magic.
You've never seen magic?
No.
Do you want to?
Yeah, can you show me?
I cast
Um,
Fireball.
No.
The first thought in my brain was fairy fire, and I was like, no.
It has fire in it.
Oh, it's invisible though, isn't it? Is my mage
your
hand
magic hand?
invisible? Yeah.
I mean, I think it can be. It doesn't
I think
have to
it's
be, I
your
don't think.
choice. Yeah.
Okay. Then um I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and I'm going
Okay.
to like Serafina, like she just like takes her hands and like puts them together, and then like as she pulls them apart, there's the third hand there.
Mhm. It scares the shit out of him for a second, but then he really likes it.
And I'm gonna have the Mage Hand go and like pluck a flower,
Oh
and
wow!
then take it, and actually gonna pluck 2 flowers, and it's gonna put one in Mothimer's like fur, whatever it is that moths have, like right in between his little antennas, so he's got like a
Yeah.
third antenna. And then gonna take the other one and put it in the mouse's, like, 'cause he's got a sweater on, so like put it in like the sweater.
Did I show the full arts for them? I can't remember. Here's Moth.
You did
No.
not.
Okay, then I'm gonna
Here's
put it
Squeaks.
then. So Squeaks is gonna get it actually on his hat, and Mothimer, it's gonna go like in his like the little fur right here at his neck, kind of like a lapel flower kind of thing.
Yeah, they look absolutely like charmed by you and your magical prowess. Wow, I didn't know magic could just do little things. Do you think I could learn how to do that?
I mean, maybe if you practice really hard, it's not
What do I practice at?
at
What do I do?
magic.
How do I practice? Is there like a book? Can I take her book?
You don't want her book. Her books
Okay.
doesn't have
Right, it's
yeah.
for healing. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
if
that
you
would
want to do
still
little
be
stuff
okay.
like
Yeah.
this, yeah, I mean it is still magic, but like if you want to do things like this, then I mean, how the fuck does an arcane trickster learn magic?
How does an arcane trickster learn magic? It's a wizard spell, so you'd think they'd learn through like studying. But
Study.
but it
Yeah.
feels
I
more like
mean,
they're like stealing magic than learning magic somehow. Like they've
yeah.
seen wizards do enough magic that they've like put it together.
And like maybe like thieved a couple of scrolls to help out and then figured it out
Uh-huh.
along the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can ask Mr. Hoots if he has any books on magic, because That's how I learned mine, was through reading.
Oh,
And maybe
okay,
see.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And he sort of like slowly starts walking towards Mr. Hoot's house, like staring at you as he does.
To the tavern?
To the tavern.
And as you head down to the tavern with Mothimer, we cut to the boys.
Woo woo. The boys.
We don't need no ladies. Or Ollie. And boys, as you're sitting around the camp,
How long has it been?
it's been let's say it has been an hour and a half.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean before then, which can be whenever, but I would have.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Well, I'm just saying I would have sent a message to Serafina, just
Okay.
with a message because it can go pretty far and she's not very far.
Right.
And just say, do remember to keep on task, Serafina. Your time there is limited, and you would not want to be reverted at an inopportune time. I don't know how much I can do, but it's a cantrip.
I don't think
so whatever.
message. I think sending has a limit, but not message.
Yeah. Yeah.
Message?
So
You just send another message.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The actual length doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, you're good. Cool.
So just to
She can't
stay on
reply with
task.
that, can she?
She can.
Okay.
Doing our best, Theron. Heading to a tavern. I promise it's for the mission.
Ophelia's in back going, woo, 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 woo.
It would be funny if you could hear that in the message.
I mean, you probably can.
Yeah, I hope he can.
And then I'll just turn to Craig.
Hey.
I don't think she is staying very much on task, but it is her way.
Indeed.
And
God damn it. Fifi, claws.
oh no, Craig is being attacked.
So as you two are sitting around, you don't need to roll a perception check. You see two men starting to walk up to you. I will show you their images.
Oh. Soldier. Hello, soldier.
Oh, wow.
And the man in the green is, hello there. You must be the adventurers that the logging camp sent for, right?
Who are you?
We're the scout team, but we're missing our scout at the moment. He's gone a little erratic in these past few weeks, and we've lost track of him.
Ratical.
He keeps running off. Usually he comes back, but about once a week, at least once a week, he sort of runs off and goes missing for about a day. We assume he's just looking. He's always been an odd guy, but we don't. It's definitely weirder than usual.
Why? How do you find yourselves so far? This direction, my friends.
Well, we found a trail in the grass. It looked like someone was dragging a barrel, and we sort of just followed it from there because we heard that one of the adventurers was a barrel man.
But I thought you were meant to return to the camp.
Oh yeah, we've actually been there a couple times, expecting to run into you guys, and you guys kept not showing up on the right days. We don't know if there was a miscommunication, but we've been trying to get in touch with you. And now we were wondering if you'd seen our scout. He's like a more slender guy, wears a red vest.
He's describing the satyr guy, right?
Yeah, brown hair and a beard.
Fascinating. I believe I may or may not have crushed his throat.
I'm not gonna,
Coming
sir.
right
I'm not
out
gonna
and
take
saying
my
it.
bow out because I think you can take me one on one. But I would like to know why you did that.
He was obviously not in his right mind, and he was transformed into something not him.
What do you mean by that? What happened to Zeke?
I can't think, guys. I'm sorry.
It seems like the corruption that is trying to take over this forest found your friend first, unfortunately. He was transmogrified into a sort of almost demon creature
What?
and
What is
seemed to be working.
transmogrified?
He seemed to be working against the good people of the camp and the people that live in this forest.
Huh.
Same as I think many of the people that were taken from the village were.
It's well, gentlemen. God damn, that's something I'll have to really think about. Cause
As
That's
they get
close enough, boys.
oh,
Rufio,
sorry. Just what's going
Oh,
on?
sorry. As they get closer, is there any hint or sign of any sort of like visual, like miasma or anything that looks untoward about them? Like my worry is that they are also
Compromised.
touched. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll roll
because this
a.
is very much not in their path, and they would not have crossed our path on a trip to the camp from the forest.
Yeah. Roll an Arcana or an Insight.
Yeah, I mean perception, or is
Yeah, or
kind of what I was
perception. Yeah.
just.
Yeah,
I mean,
do a perception. That's fine.
21.
Yeah. So you don't notice anything glaringly obvious about them seeming off. They definitely they do seem like they're on like a mission of sorts, but you can't quite make out what what it's about. It doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
seem malicious, but it does seem like they haven't told you everything they know.
Yeah.
I pull out my hammer. Now,
Whoa,
boys,
what is it, sir?
I'm
Sir, before
going
come
to
on, we
give
don't
you
need to
one
pull out weapons.
opportunity.
My name is Vance Brancher. This is Dirk Poncone. You crushed our friend Zeke Chestnut's throat.
I'm going to give you one opportunity. What are you really here for?
Roll an intimidation. Sir, know what? First I want Zarin to roll Zarin roll a perception and Craig roll a wisdom save.
13. And 13.
13. Zarin, you see sort of like a pulse of light sort of like go through Craig's warhammer as he's trying to intimidate. And Craig, you feel your body sort of lose control of itself as in this like commanding like incredibly scary voice, you yell what you said again. And they just both look visibly shaken. And you don't quite know what happened, but you feel like you got like taken over for a second. And all you see as you're sort of like coming back to is that same spiral shape that you saw on the in your dream at the top of the temple and on the Warhammer. I will show that to you if you'd like me to. 1 sec, Colin.
Please.
I know. Wait. Is it an item? What did I save it as? I mean, of course, it's an item, but what did I? Oh, I sent it in chat. I reformatted my computer so I don't have my normal images because I forgot to save them. I copied it from Discord, and when I tried to paste it, it said it's too big.
I get that a lot.
You just copy the link and then paste it,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it'll
that's
do
fair.
it. It's from a lot of times. It's like if it's a picture from your phone, it'll do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
which you know is the symbol of permanent revolution. And he looks scared shitless as this sort of like almost booming like multi-tiered voice comes out of you. He goes, "Oh, look, I'm sorry. There's been a death of a different kind at the camp.
Hey, go on.
Poor Lemmy Morton succumbed to the alcohol. His ring of
Oh.
poison immunity, he wasn't wearing it for some reason. He went to sleep and never woke up again.
Oh, not Lemmy.
I
He
know.
was a good guy.
Very good man. Very good man.
And somebody at the camp suspects we did it.
It's not about suspicion. It's more just knowing if you saw anything. He gambles a lot. We don't know if maybe he lost it in a bet and drunk out of his mind, didn't think he needed it. We just want to know if you've seen it. It's okay. Oh, I never actually made a image for it. I think no, I had to have.
Yeah, you had to because
Yeah.
I have it.
It's honestly for the rings he has, it's a little bit simpler. Just a gold band with a little 8-sided purple stone with like a little swirly on each side.
I've not seen that. I can say with some high level of confidence.
While
Make a deception.
tragic,
Sorry, go ahead, talk.
someone in the
Really?
city.
Wait, is that disadvantage? No, it's advantage, right?
Yeah, it's advantage.
Fucking shit.
While tragic, there are hundreds of people in the city that drink themselves to their death every day. Or some statistic there that would make sense. For one to rely on an artifact like this, it is not. It is not something that should be surprising. No. You rely on something to drink yourself to death pretty much. Sometimes it might stop working.
Are you justifying stealing his ring, sir?
No, I'm just saying, yes, this is a tragic thing that happened, but really it is of his own making, no?
I mean, I'm not really arguing that point, but it's still, is
And furthermore,
the owner of the camp is his father. He would like to get to the bottom
furthermore,
of it.
there is more important things than some drunkard who has drank himself to death. Do you not see what is happening to this forest? You who have seen the grove of white trees. Do you not think that maybe there are more important things than one drunkard?
Do you want an intimidation or persuasion check?
Um.
Because he's already intimidated, and you are chastising him a bit, so it would
Yeah,
fall into
I
that
am chastising him
category.
because
Yeah.
it's fucking
Yeah.
dumb to be to send two fucking very capable people halfway across the fucking forest for a fucking guy who wanted to drink himself to death. Yeah, I mean, they're both bad. 10.
With advantage because they're already intimidated.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep,
Say it.
that
Say it,
tracks.
10. It's fine.
Okay. Sir, I understand you're one of them emotionally detached book types. You may not understand the situation here, but the man who died is the son of the owner of the camp. He's taking it pretty personally.
Oh, it is the son of the owner.
Yes,
Now-
when the person
now
who
we should
gives
care.
you your
Now-
money tells you to do something, you got to do it.
The
That is
person.
far from the truth.
Well, he's gonna stop giving you money then.
He has not given us money yet, so.
Oh, he's got. No, I shouldn't say. Don't worry. Don't. I'm not gonna tell you.
You see, boys,
It
we have a
was-
problem here. We've come to an impasse.
No, we
I
don't
don't
have.
see how we
Craig,
have. I can.
We don't have problem. They
Craig,
think
I
we
don't
did
think
something
we
we
have-
did not do.
Oh no, you went
And now
to the
they're
grove,
wasting-
correct?
Hmm?
You went to the grove, correct?
The grove.
Beautiful, rare trees. You found your way
yeah.
there.
We entered that grove. Yeah.
Ah. Do you think you could forget where that grove was?
Probably not. It's pretty amazing.
That is what I was afraid of.
I've drawn a couple pictures of it.
Ah. That is what I was afraid of. You see, that grove is sacred. And truthfully, you never should have found your way there.
I mean, it's just right there in the middle of the woods. I don't know how people wouldn't just stumble across it. That's.
And what do you think that your boss of the camp would do should they make their way to such a beautiful sacred grove?
I mean, again, it's a lumber company, so I assume that they would process the wood for lumber.
Indeed.
Indeed, yeah. Okay, so we're on the same page here. Okay, that's good.
Uh,
They
I'm
don't. We don't know how they're gonna get enough. We only have one more bottle of that little liquid, so we don't know how they're gonna chop it down.
do you have that on ya?
No, we don't carry that around with us. We gave it to the guy.
Ah, indeed. Okay.
Yeah, Morton.
Could you give me just one moment? Craig turns around, looks right at Zarin, and takes a full wide swing back at the guy in front of me.
All right. Yeah, make a attack with advantage.
Can I roll a dexterity check?
Of course. You're always allowed to roll a can I do something before the other player does something crazy check.
No, roll a dex check, John.
Roll a dexterity check, Joan. He's attacking. Oh,
Fuck, fine. You got me. Go for it.
I was trying to decide to fire rune or not.
yeah, up to you, man.
No, we'll leave it.
Okay, you murder Vance Brancher.
All right.
Dirk Pinecone looks terrified. He's
I look at him.
you're level 4. You do not have another attack. He's gonna run away. I guess we need to roll initiative.
You say that, but he also has action surge.
Oh,
And I
right.
have mobile.
Right. He can't run from you.
He's not getting anywhere.
He can't hide.
Dirk, my friend. Please, calm down. We can talk. We can talk this out. How much do you get paid?
If he doesn't immediately act and search, I'm going to do something.
I'm not going to immediately action search.
Okay.
Okay, Zarin, what you doing?
Seeing what I have that. Can't do something. John.
Hmm?
Make a Constitution saving throw versus DC 15.
Okay.
No.
No.
How far away can I move you? 90 feet. I am
Jesus.
shoving him 90 feet westward
Okay.
through space. Using Vortex Warp.
Cool.
90 feet.
Yep. And so, yeah, you're way the fuck away.
Okay.
And I will look to Dirk.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah, he runs as fast as he can.
And yeah, and I'm just gonna sort of move over to the guy. I don't fucking have any goddamn healing potions. I don't have anything I can goddamn do. But I will like sort of move like as far, like kind of position myself in like a defensive stance, like on the other side of this grove.
Okay. Craig, what do you want to do? Zarin teleported you away a bit, and the other guy ran away.
Just gonna walk back up to Zarin. I'm gonna search the dude's body and see if he has the stuff on him.
No,
The
fuck that. Before
flask?
before he gets there, you don't get to just go and loot a fucking body, John. When you murder a man for no reason.
Oh, I had reason.
Craig, what sin did this man perform that you sought just to execute him?
Preventative measures.
Bullshit. You murdered him.
We can agree to disagree.
No, there is no we can agree to disagree. You murdered a man who did nothing to you. For the second time. You should go, Craig. Walk into the forest and don't return.
Perhaps
You obviously do not. You obviously care more for the forest than the people that might live in it, or for the lives of your friends. If they don't align with exactly what you want.
I suppose I'll just make my way back to the camp. Or are you gonna prevent me from going somewhere?
Walk into the forest, Craig. You want to be the monster that slays the innocent, then so be it. But know this. What I do is I hunt monsters.
Are you leaving, Craig?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Are you heading back to the lumber camp? Where are you going? I just need to know. Okay, googly. I've never had a group split up like this before.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the lumber camp. Actually, I'm super fast. I'm gonna track down Dirk. He's probably going back to the lumber camp anyway, so
Roll some survivals to start tracking.
The man who's worked in this forest
Uh-huh.
as
He's one
as
thing
a
he's
scout.
actually pretty good at. Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Unfortunately, you're not able to get a track on him. But yeah, you're gonna go to the logging camp. All right, it'll take you 2 days to get there.
Okay.
Coolio. Zarin, what do you do?
I mean, I'm gonna take this guy somewhere to fucking dig a goddamn hole. I mean, that's
Make
kind of all we
Ophelia
can
proud.
really do. And I'll send a message to the girls.
What does it say?
I'm thinking of something that is
Yeah,
succinct
sure.
to say. Make your business swift. We have new important matters that need attending. Meanwhile,
Do we get that while we're traveling to the tavern, or like is that gonna come to Serafina later? I'll let you decide how you want to do that thematically.
That will come later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will hold my response.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's fine. And yeah, I mean, do like assuming he's dead, because he's an NPC.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any fucking thing to do.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna loot him.
Yeah, I mean, I will see. I will see if he has any like shit. Make sure see if he has anything in his pockets and shit. Like, because it might be relevant, but not like not like steal his clothes and shit.
No. As far as relevance, roll an investigation.
Sure.
Sure.
21.
It's a good roll. Yeah, so as you're looking through, you do you find what looks to be like a little like itinerary he's been keeping of where they've looking with like notes and stuff. And you're not even really like trying to find it, but as you're sort of like looking at his waist, you just get this aura from the dagger that he has on him, as if it has some sort of magic to it.
Does it just look like it's like coated? It has the coating on it?
As you take it out and examine it, it does not look like that. It actually looks very like the handle is carved from bone. It's actually just like a like I guess is 1 second. I want to make sure I say. Yeah, it's just like it looks sort of like a skinning knife.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. Hold on to it for now. Look at it later.
Sure thing. So yeah, And as you're sort of like flipping through this itinerary, you're looking through, like sort of like flipping back past the dates to see if you can find anything. You find um, an entry where he notes the first time that the scout started acting weird.
Mm-hmm.
And it mentions him like sort of like going off, running off in the middle of the night, which he doesn't usually do, and sort of just like not being able to find him, but he showed back up in the morning, so like
Mm-hmm.
who knows. And as you like flip back a couple more pages, you see that this was right after they had made their way to investigate the ancient logging camp on the west coast of the forest on the river.
Oh, so that was like a long time ago.
It was
Because we saw
about like
Dude Bro.
6 weeks ago.
Yeah, because we saw Dude Bro
Yeah.
like a week ago.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It was about 6 weeks ago. Roll, an insight. Or
Nope.
8 weeks ago? I'm bad at dates. Yeah, you definitely know that like it's very similar to when things were going wrong at the lumber camp. Like there's a timeline matchup somewhere, but you aren't exactly sure what this guy would be specifically responsible for.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. And then like I guess it would make sense. As you're sort of like looking through it, just seeing what else you can find about the notes, it does seem like the scout was indeed going missing pretty regularly on like a 1 week interim basis.
Okay. No.
Oh, actually, Craig wouldn't be that far away yet. There is something I will need. All right, before I describe the results of this, Zarin, is there anything you were going to say? I think you were about to say something.
To who?
What?
To who?
What do you mean?
No, I would. What am I going?
No, to me. Or I thought you were
Yeah.
going to ask a question. Yeah.
No, I decided to go against it.
Okay, sure. Craig, you're walking through the forest. You're just fueled by your emotion at the moment. You can barely even hear things. You all you hear is a surge of wind and your blood in your ears. And this voice telling you that you are justified in your actions in your head. Zarin, you start hearing something very fucking peculiar. Coming from a bit south of the direction Craig ran off in, you start hearing what sounds like a couple loud like booms and cracks, as well as you hear this like type sound, and what sounds like two young adults, a man and a woman, yelling at each other.
They got fucking chainsaws in this world. So south of where I'm at.
Yeah, southeast of you.
I don't want to leave the girls.
Roll another perception.
Shitty.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you thinking about? What you doing?
How far away did it sound?
It didn't sound very far away.
Fuck, is this place so fucking popular? Yeah, I'm gonna send the wolf to go and scout.
Okay,
And I can
sure.
do the familiar thing.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, roll a perception with advantage for. Oh, the wolf doesn't have stats. Don't worry about that. I will. He does
I
a
can
good
just roll.
job.
I can just
He's
roll
an
two.
NPC wolf.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
just roll d20s if you want. It's fine.
Uh huh. No, it's his job to scout things. He's gonna do a good
Well,
job. There you go.
I
Yeah.
rolled natural 20 for him, so.
Yeah. So as you're going up, as he's sort of running up. Oh wait. Oh, he's your familiar, so you can just see
Yeah.
through him, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cool. Yeah. You're sort of like running up, and the sounds are getting closer and closer, and you do start seeing movement. And most peculiar about it all is you just see sort of a flash of two people in black suits wearing black ties. And as the wolf gets into better view of these people and sees them, he sees what appears to be a a young blonde lady with horns and blood red eyes. Her teeth
Fuck
are
is this
sharp, wearing
anime bullshit?
a black suit with a black tie, and she is holding what appears to be a very large hammer, squeezed in her hand. That the hammer is not only leaking blood, but it looks as if it's like feeding from her body. And then you see the person she is arguing with, a young man of a similar age who, instead of a hand on one arm, has what appears to be a fucking chainsaw. And they appear to be arguing about how they're lost in these giant fucking woods and whose responsibility it is. And as you're listening to them argue for a bit, you that's when something sort of weird comes into view, actually.
Of
You
the wolf's
see
view?
another what? From the wolf's view, yes.
Okay.
You see another young man come in. He looks young, but he also looks sort of grizzled at the same time. Smoking a cigarette, this sort of long black hair. He has this scar on his cheek. And as you see it, you have this sort of flashback to a memory.
So it's the Turks.
They're kind of like the Turks. We're the Turks. What? We're the Turks. Yeah, like Carla, Turk,
No, from Final Fantasy VII.
Pickles. No, I
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Yeah. Reno sang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smoking a cigarette, and he sort of puts his hands together in this motion and sort of starts twisting them and forming them into this shape. And as he does, he just looks at them and he says, "Sit down." And you see these like snake-like tendrils. Actually, they look like snake-like tendrils at first, and you fully see that they just turn into snakes and like grab them around the arms and the legs and pull them to the ground. And as you see this, what was an inkling of a memory really comes into focus for you. In your early days at the Hunters Guild, where you're registered, I forget the name of it,
The quiver.
the Quiver. You were looking at the bulletin board, talking to some other hunters, trying to get some work, and sort of breaking through the noise, a hush sort of fell from the door all the way inward as you all saw what looked like a chain demon just walking itself into the Hunters Guild.
A what? Sorry.
Chain demon? Chain devil,
Sa-
sorry.
Chain.
Chain?
Chain is the
Yeah.
word I couldn't hear.
Yes, chain. Chain devil. Yeah.
Chain, chain, chain.
Walking itself into
Chain of food.
the Hunters Guild. And as you turned and looked and saw more of what was happening, you saw that there was a small boy behind him. Completely stoic look on his face, despite the tears flooding from his eyes, and this cross-shaped scar on his cheek, holding his hands in the same position you just saw. as you see what were snakes dragging the legs and arms of this chain devil into the Hunters Guild. And you just remember him saying, "This killed my mother. What do we do with it?" And while some other more experienced hunters ran up first and took him away to another room, you've never seen anything like that before, especially from what was maybe a 14-year-old at the time who had some sort of connection and power, but also just the bizarrely calm, stoic look on his face that you see now in this older man smoking the cigarette as he just holds these two down.
Time differential?
Let's say 4 years.
Okay. I turn to fucking no one. Serafina, many problems. Move quick.
It's like the Titanic's SOS.
You've gotten 3 messages, each one sounding more and more panicked.
And as you're sort of watching him, you see him look at Bolton and
Yeah.
goes, "You two are reckless. Don't you know there are prying eyes around?" And he sort of looks directly at your scout.
Yeah, no, that tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, bye. Yeah, I mean, like, whatever I
Are you
can
going to
command.
unsummon it or have it run?
I can't do it that far away. Like
Oh, right.
when he's that far, it's kind of it's less direct control. So
Uh-huh.
but he does what he wants.
Yeah.
I assume if it's smart enough to
He's
know
going to
that
run
it's
back to
Monday,
you.
He's like scampers.
Yeah, he's going to run away, and you're the last thing you're going to hear is him go, "Carve glory, follow him." And within a few minutes, your wolf comes back, and you hear the sounds of some people behind them. Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say as soon
Go ahead.
I don't know what the distance is, but as soon as like the familiar gets back in range for a command, I'm gonna basically say run like tangentially away from me.
Okay.
From where we are. So like basically like not back where he just came from, but like perpendicular to it.
Yeah. Here, let me roll. Because they're not clever. What were the rolls? 15. All right. Yeah, they follow it off course.
And I'm gonna hide.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a stealth. There was a campfire set up here, correct? Yeah, you had to brew tea.
It was on the map, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
9.
Yeah, you go into some land. Oh, why you have disadvantage? Because you're next to the
His
guy.
armor.
Armor.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, if he finds me, fine. If they find me, they find me, and I'm fucked. But that's why it's kind of a try and lead him off course.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he runs off.
Because I mean, like they weren't. It's not like they were looking for us.
No, they're just following the wolf.
Yeah. So they have there's no and they're lost. So there's no reason they should know that this is here.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of my thought process of like why this might work.
Cool. Oh, right. There is one thing I forgot to say. They specifically said they were looking for the anomaly.
Okay. I'm out of room in my notes, Rufio.
That's okay. I have
You
so
need a
many
new
notebooks.
No, I have more pages, but like
Yeah.
that's the end of this page, and I'd like to keep
Right.
it like all on
It
the
likes
same
to
page.
keep track of it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, roll a... Actually, you don't have to roll. They're the ones who would have to roll, and they wouldn't even be looking for you. So yeah, no, they just don't find you. At least not for a while, you know? They'd have to start, like, looking for you.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, hopefully by that time, Seraphina and Ophelia will be back.
Mm-hmm. All right. And we will pick up next time at the tavern, because that'll take more time, and I don't want to, like, start it and do it for, like, 10 minutes.
Also, I have to get up at 5 tomorrow, so
Oh, that sucks.
Ooh.
Why?
to drive to Gen Con.
Oh, right.
We're leaving at like 6, so
That makes sense.
Graduation present.
yay!
One of them.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Because he's
So-
officially done.
Yay!
Yay.
What fun.
So proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud. Yeah. School sucked for me, so I'm incredibly proud of you. Like,
It was rough, and the fact that